We're also going to fact-check these claims. Look at what the real data says. Can connect it all to the bigger picture of digital finance in the New World Order. So, grab your coffee, get comfortable, and let's get into it. First up, a statement from Jake Claver has been making serious waves. He's claiming that the supply of XRP available through over-the-counter desks and dark pools is almost completely gone. According to him, the first week of ETF launches consumed a staggering 800 million XRP. Now, if that's true, it's a game changer. Once that OTC supply is exhausted, where do the big institutional players have to go? They have to come to the public exchanges, the same places you and I buy our XRP. And when that happens, Claver predicts we'll see some crazy price movement. This narrative is fueling some wild price predictions. We've all seen the charts and the speculation about XRP hitting astronomical figures. I even saw a reference to a supposed glitch or spike on Kraken where XRP hit $91. While glitches happen, it's the underlying supply and demand dynamics that we need to focus on. Now, Claver's predictions are bold, suggesting prices like $500 or even $1,000 by the end of the year. Are these realistic? Well, let's look at the numbers he's using to back this up. He mentioned that 800 million XRP were bought up by ETFs at a hypothetical price of $2 per XRP. That would mean institutions poured $1.6 billion into these new products in just 1 week. That is an enormous amount of money. So, I decided to do some digging. I pulled up data from multiple independent ETF trackers to see if the numbers match. And this is where things get interesting. According to the data I found, looking at cumulative net inflows as of late November 2025, the total amount is closer to $587 to $588 million. That's a significant difference from the $1.6 billion figure being thrown around. It's a discrepancy of over $1 billion. So, what does this mean? Okay, it means we need to be cautious. While the excitement is palpable, we have to ground ourselves in verifiable data. The inflows are still incredibly strong. Over $500 million in a short time is nothing to sneeze at. But it's not quite the explosive start that was claimed. However, here's the bullish side of that coin. Who hasn't launched their XRP ETF yet? The biggest names in the game: BlackRock, Vanguard, Fidelity. These are the titans of the financial world. When they decide to enter the market, the inflows we've seen so far could look like a drop in the ocean. The demand from their massive client bases is still waiting on the sidelines. So, while the initial numbers might not be as high as some predicted, the potential for a massive influx of capital is very, very real. The fuse has been lit, but the main explosion is yet to come. This whole conversation about ETFs and institutional money is part of a much larger trend, a fundamental shift in our financial system. We're moving away from the old, analog world and into a new world order built on digital accounting and blockchain technology. This isn't just about making payments faster. It's about re-architecting the very foundation of finance. We heard some incredible insights on this at the recent XRP Las Vegas 2025 event. Greg Kidd, for instance, dropped a bombshell. He explained that his bank, Bass Bank, was acquired for one specific purpose: to put the US dollar directly on-chain, specifically on the XRP ledger. Think about that. This means creating FDIC-insured US dollar deposit accounts that are accessible globally through the XRPL. This isn't just a stablecoin. This is bringing the core of the traditional banking system into the decentralized world. It's tokenizing the most trusted asset in the world and making it programmable and universally accessible. This is the kind of innovation that changes everything. And it's not just the crypto-native folks who see this coming. The CEO of Franklin Templeton, Jenny Johnson, one of the largest asset managers in the world, also spoke about this transformation. She talked about stablecoins and how they are fundamentally changing the flow of money. Most stablecoins are backed by US treasuries. So, when people move their money out of traditional bank accounts and into stablecoins. Okay, they're effectively shifting funding away from consumer and commercial banks and directing it straight into government debt. This has profound implications for the banking sector and global finance. It highlights how tokenization is not just a niche technology, but a force that is reshaping capital markets at the highest level. When you connect these dots, you start to see the full picture. The depletion of OTC supply, the launch of ETFs, the tokenization of real-world assets like the US dollar, it's all part of the same seismic shift. The institutional demand for digital assets is just beginning. The infrastructure to support this demand, like putting FDIC-insured dollars on the XRP ledger, is being built right now. So, while the crazy price predictions of $500 or $1,000 might seem far-fetched today, the underlying mechanics for a significant supply shock and price revaluation are falling into place. The discrepancy in the ETF data tells us to be patient and diligent, but the broader trends, confirmed by industry giants like Greg, Kidd, and Jenny Johnson, tell us that something huge is happening. The transition to a tokenized economy is underway, and XRP and the XRP ledger are positioned right at the heart of it. The future of finance is being written in real time, and we are here to witness it. That's all for today, everyone. It's an exciting time to be in this space. Remember to do your own research and stay informed. What do you think about these developments? Let me know your thoughts down in the comments. If you found this video helpful, please hit that like button, subscribe to the channel, and turn on notifications so you don't miss our next update. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.